I hope you're doing well.
Was it a Batman game? Hi, Jay.
No. But I saw, like speaking of that, I saw a reel. Hello, D. Welcome in. Enjoy your daily hug. We were going to talk about the Bread and Fred game. What is that, Apple?
I saw that today, or I saw that yesterday.
Enjoy your daily hug, Jay.
I'm gonna ask.
Yeah,
I'm
what
gonna
is
ask
that?
Squeeze. I'm gonna ask Squeeze if she wants to play it, but it
Well,
could be a pass.
a game to hate a friend with? Oh
Well,
no.
Apple, how would you compare it to that's what's it called? That Super Bunny Friends? You know, where like it's like the two dudes in rabbit suits, and there's like a pink one and a yellow one, and they hop around, and you have to get through this platform.
Oh, I can't think of the name of it.
Friends. Super Bunny Friends.
Okay. That's kind of what Bread and Fred is?
That's the close. So how I would describe it is Bread and Fred is co-op Jump King, where both characters are like tied to a rope together, like they're like effectively handcuffed together, but it's a rope.
It's not as frustrating as that game.
Yeah, it's not as frustrating as Super Bunny Friends.
Okay.
It's as frustrating as Jump King.
Okay.
It's co-op Jump King.
I feel like I'd rage with that one though.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Louise if she wants to play it, but it might just be a pass because I'm like, look, this is Jump King. So if that's not something that you want, I fully understand. And I don't know if I want that.
That's true. Yeah. God. But it's also pretty funny. I'm sure like it's funny at the beginning, but once you like want to like progress in the game, I'm sure there's a switch of like frustration. Mm-hmm. But also, I guess one of the games I'm excited for that is in early, I don't want to say early development. I think they're getting ready to release a beta is Moonlight Peaks. So I haven't been bit by the Stardew Valley bug yet.
Oh.
But this one I may hold out for because you get to like interact with like vampires, like your dad is Dracula and he disapproves of the way you like go about your life or whatever. And you get to interact with like werewolves and all the other like normal horror characters, if you will. I think I'm gonna hold out for that one. So
that's the one that looked very Animal Crossing-esque.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Ash. Enjoy your daily hug. Yes, coffee. I have coffee.
Same. Same. Sorry, I'm trying to get all that weird morning gunk in my throat.
No worries.
Good morning, Ash. No, it's not acceptable. I shouldn't have this. I'm gonna go on a journey. I'll fix it.
On what?
The gunk in my throat.
Oh.
I apologize.
Well, do you have your three drinks near you?
I only have 2.
I only have 2 right now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need like a Monster Energy or something for my fun drink.
You should explain the three drink rule.
The 3 drinks rule is you have 1 for hydration, 1 for caffeination, and 1 for fun.
I don't have my fun drink.
I don't have my fun drink either.
Yeah. I guess like my coffee could be my fun drink and my caffeinated
You can't combine.
drink.
It has to be 3 separate drinks.
No.
Each for their own set role. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna pour water into my coffee.
I mean, water is in coffee.
Ice cream. Yeah, but not purely the.
I want to try Plate Up with the 12-player mod. Apple, I saw that game was on sale.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I kind of want to play it, but I don't know if anybody else would want to play it. It's too early for fun drink. I mean, like, brunch exists.
I feel like tea could be a fun drink. That's fine.
As long as you have a separate caffeinated drink, yes, I think so.
Yeah, well, there's also like non-caffeinated tea.
That's fair.
Right. You have like some tea, put like a little bit of honey in there.
Yeah.
Like a stick of vanilla.
True.
Is vanilla a tree?
It's a vanilla bean, and I think it comes from a tree. I don't know if Barkus is loading.
Googling. No, I'm Googling.
Wait, what?
I'm Googling a Vanilla Orchard.
Oh, okay. Is PlateUp like overcooked? I think so, Jay. And
Yes.
Apple, I love playing it, and I have a few people that play it with me. Ooh. It's like overcooked but endless mode. Okay. That makes sense.
I got a few things because like Steam's having their summer sale. There's a few things that I got that were I like cleaned up my wish list a little bit.
Same. What'd you get?
Oh, okay. I only got 3 things. There's a really like lovely, chill looking visual novel called Love Choice.
Okay.
Those look nice, cute, and short.
And short.
Yeah, and there's times where sometimes you just want to like stream or play like a short game.
Oh, I get that.
So that seemed nice. It was like $1.60
Oh, okay.
with the sale. And then someone had recommended me there's like there's a dog shelter simulator.
Oh, that's so perfect.
Yes. So that was like $5, so I picked that up.
Okay.
And then a fun one that from what I've seen around is Kenya, the Bridge of Spirits.
I have that.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet, but I got
that
it
was
too.
fun.
Yeah, it does. I've heard good things, and I think there was DLC that came out for it recently.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, another streamer, he had streamed it a couple weeks ago, and I think he was hyping up the DLC that was coming out for it. But yeah, I know D was talking about getting that game too.
The only things that are still on my wish list is that Stray Gods game that you recommended.
Mm-hmm.
This IP is like getting a resurgence, and I'm very here for it. It is a Dragon Quest, but Dragon Quest: The Adventures of Dai, and it's like DAI, like Dai, like that. Dai just means big in this context.
Okay.
But it's the main character's name is his name is Dai, but it's in the like Japanese. It just means big. Doesn't mean like yeah. So but Dragon Quest Dai, like I read the manga, like all of it. It's long and it was really good. It made me like a fan of like Dragon Quest. It was phenomenal. And it had like an anime run back in the some time ago. Like
I feel
not
like
recent.
I vaguely remember it.
It was not recent. It's older. I don't want to say 90s. Maybe 90s, early 2000s. But it's been getting like a whatever, and they're actually going through all of it. And like 1991, yeah, that's the original anime for it. But the manga's older.
Is it a short manga?
No.
Okay, but
No.
it's ended, or is it still going?
The original manga is ended, yeah. The anime I think might still be going. The anime might be worth it. But I mean, it's just the manga wise is like a full. I mean, you know, like a JRPG, and like how it's like around 60 hours, and then they turn that into a manga.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not.
It's not like One Piece level or Case Close.
No. It's not. No, it's not.
There's an end in sight. It's just away.
And the end was so good. Like all of it was so good. Like the characters, the growth, the development. Whole like people like do like you know, it's again like a JRPG. So you have like your combat class. And so you have like all the characters that have combat classes, and like they develop as characters like interpersonally, and then they also like develop like their class and their trade and their skills, and like a few of them, like the healer like becomes like a monk but retains like all the healing powers. Like just really cool to see how all those like gets blended together.
And Jay, this is Dragon Quest. I nearly said Dragon Age.
Dragon
Playing
Quest.
FIFA 16 and listening. No worries.
Let me see the more like Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai, and it's spelled like I'll put it in your chat.
Okay. And this is a new game, or
so on my wish list is an upcoming game for the IP.
Okay.
It's called Infinity Strash. Am I having Am I having a Dos Equis moment? Strash?
Do you want to type it in chat?
I sure will. That's the game.
Infinity Strash, no.
Strash, okay.
Strash.
Yeah. I was like, am I having a moment? No.
Yeah, that's a special move he does.
Oh, okay. It has been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's not slash, it's not stash, it's strash. I'm even having struggles with it this morning.
The main character is like hero class, and like hero is like a specific class in Dragon Quest.
Okay.
Like the stuff, because the hero class just pretty much has access to everything.
Oh.
Because they're the hero, so they can pretty much do everything. I think basically they're like the jack of all trades, and then they have like a few unique things that are like to just them.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Stratch is like a.
So is it...
Man, that was so good. The story was so good because he learns from the previous hero. It was so good.
Well, I'll ask chat. What have you guys bought from the Steam sale, the summer sale? The anime was good. Oh, okay. So Jace watched the anime.
Have you watched the current one or the one from the 90s?
Good question.
Because I don't think the one from the only reason I asked is like I don't think the one from the 90s finished. It did get 46 episodes, so it got pretty far.
I mean, that's not bad. Not terrible. Current.
Yeah, I didn't.
The one from the 90s was never completed. I think.
Current. Okay. Yeah, the one from the 90s didn't complete it. The one from the 90s only got up to like I got up to like his dad's arc. The main character has a dad, and they're integral to the plot.
Oh, he has a dad?
He does.
I didn't know he had a dad. Being sarcastic. Sorry.
Oh yeah. No, that's totally fine. It's like it's the whole thing of like, well, the character's like orphaned and doesn't like fully know everything and all that kind of stuff, and gets adopted more or less by like the previous hero and trained, and then later on in the story is like, oh, this important figure is actually your father.
For the plot. Got it.
Yeah. And so like there's a whole arc of him learning who his dad is and having to deal with that.
Yeah.
As it's relevant to the story.
Apparently
I'm good about not spoilers. I'm gonna pat myself on the back.
It used to be on really early Saturday mornings back in the 90s. I don't think the English dub had a lot of episodes translated. You're my dad, boogie woogie woogie.
Yeah, no, I super recommend it. It's such it like up front it's long, but oh my gosh, it's so like again character development. It's that like action adventure kind of stuff. Again, one of the things that I really loved was like the previous, because again like he's trained by the previous hero, and that previous hero had like a demon lord that he had to deal with and contend with. Right. That demon lord is still that demon lord is still around. The previous demon lord ends up as like a henchman for like a worse guy, and it's like he doesn't want to, and it's so like it's very like mentally mentally like defeating for that demon lord, and like to see him like get reduced to certain things and like have to deal with that and be like he's not the hottest shit he thought he was, and just they handle like characters really fucking well. So
definitely don't always get that with today's anime.
Yeah.
Or manga.
Yeah, there's not a lot of fan service. I don't think there's a lot. Maybe there is some, but I don't remember for the fan service if there is any.
I was gonna say, did they even like? I don't want to say no. Was fan service a thing then?
Yeah.
It wasn't. Okay, then it wasn't as prevalent as it is today.
Because like, well, I don't know.
Okay.
Because like, I haven't seen it, but like, I would think of like Golden Boy. So I think there's definitely like lewdness in anime even back then.
I'm looking up.
And I want to say like, I know there's like a lot of Golden Boy like moments and gifs and things like that. I wonder how much fan service is like in the newer. God, the newer Dragon Quest is like at episode 100.
Oh my god.
Yeah, again, it is not like you're taking like a 60-hour JRPG and you're turning it into story and anime. So
yeah, I just looked up Golden Boy. Okay.
Do
That
not skimp
makes sense. Yep, I
on story.
had to check that without sharing screen. So Golden Boy was hilarious. Oh, I missed a couple of things.
But even like Obnoxious Aliens, I think definitely had like a fair amount of like fan service and horniness and like lewdness. Obnoxious Alien is like Urusai. What's the fucking as Loom is like a really iconic character from that era. Like not quite as big as Sailor Moon, but like in that ballpark.
Okay.
Wait, here's an image. I'll send it to you. So this anime went for a really long time. Definitely had fan service.
Oh, okay. I recognize her.
Yeah, that's Loom from Obnoxious Aliens.
Okay. Yeah, that. Yep. She looks like she would be falling under the fan service category.
Yeah, it was definitely there. I think it's evolved since then and maybe got like and more niched and specialized and tropey, like in so many ways, right?
Yeah. All right. Jay said, I think he's referring to Dragon Quest. I'm gonna butcher this. Akira Toriyama art. So so it's similar to DBZ.
Yeah.
Okay. I can picture that. But that was pretty much like the 90s style though, right? Like when I think of 90s, that's kind of the art style I think of with like Dragon Ball or DBZ.
I think it's a very iconic one.
Yeah.
Because like I would say like Sailor Moon equally it would be 90s style, but isn't Dragon Ball Z style.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Apple's point, yeah, I think the in like a narrative term, the Lancer was the guy they're thinking of. A narrative like a yeah, there's like a cool, troubled, edgy guy in the party, and his dad was a monster. He was raised by a monster, a skeleton warrior.
Welcome in, Patters. Hello, good morning. Yeah, he actually did the art for DBZ and Dragon Quest.
Yes.
Okay, that kind of makes sense then.
Yeah, if I remember right, like he like wrote in art for DBZ, like DBZ, like very much his baby, but I think he just like was worked on like more just the illustrator and worked on Dragon Quest.
Oh, okay. I mean,
both huge IPs in Japan.
Yeah, I was like, he's not struggling.
Yeah.
With DBZ alone by a long shot. Yeah. Wow. I had so many like random thoughts with like the progression of this series. Actually, Marcus, are you looking forward to any animes coming up for, I guess, part 2 of summer?
Part 2 of summer. I don't know what's gonna hit part 2. I'm actually man. On Sundays, there's been like a watch party that I've been going to for anime.
Yeah,
and it's been really nice because I've been out of the loop of anime for like a couple of years.
That's fair.
And to get back into it, it's been really nice. So we've been watching a handful of currently airing stuff.
Okay.
And some of it's a hard pass. Like, and usually the format is like we'll watch 2 of one show, 2 of another show, 2 of another show.
Okay.
That's kind of been the formula. And then the following week we'll watch like 3 of. So I think there's like 5 shows we're going through. So it's like two. It's like show A, B, and C, and 2 of each, and then D and E, and like 3 of E and D. So it like rotates that way.
So what are you watching?
So we're watching Hell's Paradise.
Okay.
And like off the bat, it was a pass. Like I didn't care.
Yeah.
After episode 3, it grew on me. I was like, oh, okay, I'm like here for it.
Yep.
And now we're getting pretty far, and I'm still super into it. It's so funny too, because like, there's like chat during the episode, right? And it's like during like whenever Hell's Paradise is on, the chat's just quiet. because everyone's they're watching it. They're like they're engaged and they're enjoying it. Like I definitely have anything. I'm in the same boat. I don't have anything to say. I'm like no, I'm glued. Like so,
Yeah.
Hell's Paradise has been again like I was gonna pass initially, and then I was like no, like damn, okay, I'm here for it.
Yeah, chat's even saying love Hell's Paradise. Jay finished it last night. Yeah, we watched the last episode last night too.
Oh, nice.
It's
So
oh,
does it seem like that will go into a full season come I guess summer or whatever we're about to enter into?
I know the first season they're only doing 13 episodes for Hell's Paradise.
Okay.
They've just announced season 2. The manga's done. It's only 13 volumes.
That's nice.
So it's going to be a short and sweet, maybe 3 seasons worth, as long as they don't do anything crazy. But it's Mappa, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever want to borrow the volumes, I'm starting to get most of them. That's been one I've honestly been interested in even before it started. Like I started reading it now that we're through, because it gets through volume 4, so they're pretty much on pace to do 4 volumes per season.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
4-ish. Yeah.
Pretty healthy life span for an anime. I also super appreciate a story that ends. Like if you have a message, if you have a journey, if you have a tale to tell, and you tell it within a certain framework, and then you're done, and then everyone can like fucking move on with their life. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes.
Greatly appreciate that.
Don't do like Attack on Titan. I mean, the manga's done, fine, but like the anime, good God, just finish it.
Yeah, and like I know you haven't seen it, but the pinnacle example of like you have a story to tell, you tell it really well, you get in there, you get out, you tell your story, and you're just impactful and you're well told. Is like Avatar. Last Airbender is like the like point to example of like they knew they knew the ending of their story before they started.
Yeah.
And it was just a like how are we going to do it? Like we know everything that we want to achieve here, and then we're going to do it.
Okay. Did you see the live action
No.
stills for Avatar?
No. Oh wait, maybe I have. Maybe I've seen the stills, but I haven't seen any like trailers or things.
Okay. I don't know if a trailer's been released yet. I mean, Netflix is doing the live action like they're doing with One Piece. Which that comes out next month. I'm very curious to hear how One Piece diehards are going to just rip it to shreds.
I've seen some people defend it because the creator said that that's how he wants it, and so if they're fanboys of the creator, then they're going to just defend whatever he says.
Oh, so so the loyalists, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'll tell you.
So
Apple.
I think you'll have like loyalists to the creator, and they'll have like loyalists
to the series.
Yeah. They're like, oh no, Oda said it's good, so it has to be good. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Oda basically said, this is my baby. I won't let them mess it up. But what if they do, Apple? What if they do?
Yeah. People have to ask themselves if they're okay with Oda being wrong. And if the answer to that is no, then it's a very biased opinion, and you can choose how much weight you want to put into that.
Yeah.
Just yeah. Oh, so yeah. Sorry. Like Avatar is like my point to example of like 10 out of 10. Like have your whole thing already done and then just get it told. And like that's my pinnacle of that format. Another format of like make it up as you go, that can work and can be done really well would be Adventure Time. The end of Adventure Time wasn't made when they started it.
Okay.
And they eventually got there, and it is over, and it did end.
Yeah.
And it was very good. Like that was a very good journey. That was one that didn't have a clear end. That was one that was more. I don't know if androgynous is the right word as far as like where they were going with everything, but that was really really good. So like that's the polar opposite of like Avatar, but both are like really great. So I think either style is fine, and those are the two examples of like how to do those styles well, and then everything falls in the. That's my spectrum. I like to put things into like a term of like a spectrum, and so that'd be my ends of the scale, and everything kind of falls in the middle of that.
Apple was like, and the opposite of that is Boruto.
Yes, right. Like that'd be in the Adventure Time storytelling space,
Yeah.
but in like, no, don't
No.
stop. Sasuke is fighting dinosaurs. Like it's absurd. Boruto. They have there is an arc like I'll check in every now and then
See
on
where they
like
are.
Boruto.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a time where like Boruto and Sasuke were doing this quest, this mission together because they were trying to stop this guy who had time traveling jutsu.
What?
and so they're in the past, and Sasuke is like, "Listen, we're from the future. We cannot interact with people here. We don't need to change things. We're here just to hunt and assassinate this man who's time traveling, and we also time travel throughout whatever. I don't know how they time travel, but they do it through their own means." And he's like, "So like, just be a ninja and be stealthy." And then like 5 minutes later, Boruto's interacting with like Naruto his age and meeting like all of Naruto's friends his age. And it's like, man, you guys really miss Naruto so much that you time traveled back just to hang out with him.
Oh my god, future space ninja. Oh, and Ash is back. She finally got out of bed. Welcome back, Ash.
Welcome back.
He can make shit up. Jutsu. Oh my gosh, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I mean, yeah. I mean, then the next part they're finding dinosaurs. So.
Oddly enough, a random anime that is actually going on season 2 this summer is Link Click. Have you heard of this one?
No.
It's actually a Chinese anime. The premise looks very interesting. So I'm gonna give it a shot with season 1 since season 1's finished. It looks very interesting. Yeah. I think it's on Crunchyroll, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. What other animes are you guys going through now? So you said Hell's Paradise, and we kind of
Hell's Paradise was definitely growing on me, and I'm super enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a thunderstorm. I don't know how much.
I just heard that.
Yeah, I have a thunderstorm going on.
Can you send it up our way? You know, just like push it north of you.
Right. I'll just like blow some wind at it.
Right.
See what happens. One that we're watching that is a strong pass is Mashley.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is the muscle and magic. It's just typical shonen stuff. So I'm just like, I just mute and get shit done. I usually like make my schedule for the week during Mashley.
I mean, I saw that one. I was like, okay, this one seems just like a funny, ridiculous anime.
Yeah, there was. I did watch a little bit of like whatever was going on last week, and there was it's like a shonen comedy. So there's like a lot of gag comedy. I saw one of the gag comedy bits, and I was like, all right, that's objective. That's a funny bit. That's objective. You know, good job. Haha. that was good. But for the most part, I have it on mute. So Hell's Paradise, Mashley, and then my 100% most favorite show at the moment that's currently going on is Oshi no Kyo.
Okay. I still haven't dove into that one, but it's taken the community by storm.
I love it. I love Oshi no Kyo so much. It's I can't wait. I can't wait for more. Oh man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much.
And this one had the rocky first episode, right?
It had the long one. I think the episode one's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So it's like a movie length episode, and they needed it because they cover some topics and they cover some questionable things, and they really need the hour and a half to get to where they're going. Yep, and they do, and they really do. By the end of episode 1, I'm like, I'm hooked. I'm here for it.
Okay.
Yeah. They talk about like topics that are socially awkward but real, like teen pregnancy, and they really kind of just go in there and they dive into it, and it's like so but they need the hour and a half first episode. So but by the end of that, man, I'm fully on board. Phenomenal.
Okay.
So like I said, the first episode is hard to get through, but the
Mhm.
end is 100%, 100%. Yeah. They need that. Yeah, they need that length, and super recommend it. The other two are there's one that I think is like I'm not really watching. It's another mute. It's not really even worth bringing up. And then
Okay.
the last one is oh my god, what's it called? Can you tell me? Can you tell me
I
what it is?
can't. I have no
Darn.
idea.
Darn curses.
Is it a current one?
Yeah, it's current. Heavenly Delusion.
Oh. Okay, I haven't watched that. Dee's been watching it, and so he'll tell me like how the episodes are going. And I don't know. Are you guys caught up?
No.
Oh, okay, then I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I'm not caught up. So
Okay.
we're decently along. That one didn't really have my interest at the start. It definitely, like, I would put it like maybe 4 out of 10 at the start.
Okay.
Now it's like a 6 out of 10. So it's all right.
Grown a
It's
little bit.
also the most zoomer anime I've ever seen. The main two characters, and it's kind of weird to describe it that way. The main two characters have like the most zoomer mindset, and I don't mean that in any way negative or derogatory at all. Just like the way they think and approach things, and their attitude and behavior. I'm like, this just I don't know. Like that's the word that I would use to describe it. So, it's the most like zoomer anime I've ever seen, which is interesting because I would never. That's the first time I've used it as like a descriptor for an anime.
Interesting. I don't fully get the premise of the series to begin with, but I don't even know if they've done like a decent job of fleshing it out yet anyways.
A lot of so definitely it's like a in some sense post-apocalyptic is the setting.
Yeah.
And as to how they got there, that's one of the big mysteries of the show is like, oh, we're in a post-apocalyptic setting.
Okay.
How? And it kind of exploring that.
Okay.
So you see, it really focuses more on the aftermath of whatever the post-apocalyptic event is, without really describing the event itself. So, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I know.
That's the 5. I don't have anything outside of that.
I think, let's see. I need to go back and rewatch the second half of the last episode of Made in Abyss. Because, like, we blasted through the last season of it. And I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I can't stay awake.
Yeah.
So, but oh my God. If you need something to, like, level set you, that's a series.
I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Honestly, I needed a break whenever we got to one particular episode because it was just like, I need to go back to reality for a little bit. Like,
sure, it's dark.
Oh God, yeah, it does. It really does.
Sure, definitely has its strange quirks. It has like strange quirks of like dark storytelling. Like so, just talking about like season 1. Season 1's like pretty happy campy, and everyone's like, no, this is bad. And then we're like, nah, happy campy. And like, no, this is bad. And they keep going down and down and down. And then they have that hard left turn, and now it's like, oh yeah, now we're here.
Oh yeah, because
reality has hit these children.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like, I mean, you could go from like season 1 to season 2, but you really need to go through the movie before you get to season 2.
Okay.
I guess technically you could go through all 3 movies because the first 2 are season 1. And then you have the 3rd movie, which is canonical in some sense. It gives you more of the backstory to flesh out like what happens in between season 1 and season 2. And some answers to certain characters. But that movie was rough. That movie, oh my God. And then, so yeah, like you said, season 1 is very much like these kids are, I'm gonna go find my mom and we're gonna go depths of hell to find her. And like it's literally like each ring just gets worse and worse, and you uncover more of like why this pit exists, and you're just like, these are kids that are going through this. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not giving away any spoilers really. Yeah, but my suggestion, I'm thinking of that scene. Yeah. There's a lot of scenes, honestly.
So again, and I'm only season 1 literate, but one of my favorite memes that I've seen from Made in Abyss is it was at some convention, and it's like and it has like a cardboard cutout of there's a character in Made in Abyss who is just this adult man that has like a helmet, like a dark black helmet. He's one of like the big hot shots.
Yep, I think I know who you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, he's responsible for that like rabbit girl.
Okay.
So it's cinema credit of him, and it's at some convention, and they put him next to an elevator. And, like the elevator goes down.
All right.
I was like, that's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. God damn it. God damn, I know.
Nope.
It's so fucked up.
God.
So that's a series I'll have to like. With these movies, will I cry?
The movie in between season 1 and season 2, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe they're at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit me in the feels.
Yeah. But you gotta go through that movie in order to understand where they're at with season 2.
Okay. Yeah. I'm totally game to go through those movies.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm doing it in like a good proper order.
Yep. Just make sure you don't have anything else planned for that day, because you might be a wreck.
Oh boy. Yeah. I'll line up like work presentations with that day then.
Yeah. It's one of those, make sure you clear your schedule. You don't have any plans to like stream or interact with other individuals. And if you need anyone, reach out to me or D.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just have a stream, and the stream's like, we need to have a talk. Your boy Sayed.
Oh, I know Apple. Okay, so Apple mentioned Handyman Soto?
I think I've seen a few.
I haven't heard of that one.
I think I've seen a few images. Kind of like isn't an anime about an old man and like craftsmanship, effectively?
The title name would be very fitting if that's the case. And then he also
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then Apple also is mentioning Somali and the Forest Spirit. Great story and beautiful artwork. That's the other thing I enjoyed with Made in Abyss. Like, it's beautiful, it's tragic, but like the artwork's beautiful, the music, oh my god, so good.
Yeah, music in Made in Abyss is really good.
Yeah, I'll have to check out that one.
Oh, I've seen this Somali and the Forest Spirit before. I've seen things of it. There's definitely like a growing niche of an anime genre where it's like adopt a kid, raise children, have family, and then having anime to justify those ideas. There was one that I watched that I really liked. That's in that genre, and I can't remember what it was, but I really, really enjoyed it. Where basically this adventure hero adopts this like demon kid and just raises it. He's like, oh, being a parent, has merits. And I felt it was like the Japanese. I felt like it was the Japanese government saying like, have kids.
It's one of those like subliminal messages kind of thing. Like, go have kids. They're adorable, even if they're absolutely little shitheads most of the time.
Because they have this like, and you can determine like it's debatable how much of a crisis it is, but definitely like a lot of Japanese people are having less kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more like a millennial thing to a degree.
Yep.
or if they are, that it's much later. So
Yeah.
So I feel like this genre is kind of springing up in retaliation to that. So Handyman Saito, he's just a handyman that joins the team of Bakuman. Huh.
Oh, Apple, you brought up Death Parade. Oh my god. That's I I know the story isn't like the main story isn't something to like hang your hat on necessarily, but the fact of like each episode takes you through a journey of what those characters are going through. Again, music is great. I really enjoyed Death Parade. And I don't think we'll ever get a season 2, but oh my god, it was so good. And it's a short one. I think it's only like 10 episodes or something. 10 or 12. And actually, Barkus, did you finish it?
I just finished it last month.
Okay. What'd you think?
I really liked it. It was good. It was solid.
The first episode.
Yeah.
I was hooked after the first episode.
Yeah, that was it was very capsulated very well, all the stuff.
Yeah. And it was like it had a nice couple of like twists to it. And like switching the perspective between the two characters.
Yes. Yeah, the formula they have is solid. Like that's definitely a show that could keep running as long as they have like ideas to keep it running. Like, you know, like because you just have to keep throwing like 2 people, right? Yeah. Just 2 people and put them in the games and all that kind of jazz. Like I remember there was one where like one was like a she was this rising TV star, and she definitely and she had all those kids, and she had not, you know, life was definitely tough for her.
Yeah.
And then it was like the other one was like the more otaku guy who had like a stepmom. I remember that one. That was a good one. Like that was a really good episode.
Yep. So, and they played the arcade game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you can keep like finding like effectively like 2 good, you know, 2 people to keep that formula running, like definitely good formula.
Yeah. And I think that's why I'm kind of interested in Link Click. I don't know what the overarching story is necessarily, but they kind of, the way that they present each episode is almost of the same idea. Basically, you have these 2 characters. One can, what is it? They're able to look at a photograph, and one of them's able to like bring up the past basically within this window of time to the photo, and another person is able to I guess be that person, the main person in the photo, for a amount of time or whatever, and you can make certain little changes, but you can't make drastic ones. So if they go through this main point of their destiny, if you will, like you can tweak little things, but you can't change like the outcome, if you will, I think is kind of the premise. But it gets pretty wild from the sounds of it. Like I think some of the previews was a girl was being abused at one point, and so you have to go through the emotions with that character being in her shoes at that moment, and the character can't technically do anything different. And so it's kind of the battle that they have to go through, and it's different photos, I think, every episode or every couple of episodes. But I think that's why I'm also intrigued by it, because it almost has a Death Parade essence to it, where it's focused on, like, you can watch this one episode and it's likely not going to affect the rest of the season if you like pick and choose.
So. Very kind of capsulated stuff.
Yeah. Mushishi is a really good one. But the story is not really connected, so you don't really have to remember what happened previously until the end, where they tie a bunch of stuff together. I think like it's almost like the Black Mirror model too. Where it's encapsulated to one episode. And sometimes they do like Easter eggs throughout the season, but it's not really like strung together, if you will.
Yeah. I'll have to look so there's like there's like a narrative like meta world effectively, and then you're seeing like looking into various windows within it. And then every now and then, like, you zoom out, and like, oh yeah, that's the house that I keep looking into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, these are a couple of good animes to check out. I know we had like other things to discuss. Do we want to dive into any in particular?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I know we had a few. I think we can grab one of our preset topics and then chat around and then maybe dive back to another one.
Yeah. I watch too much anime. No such thing, Apple. Okay. So I think what I had queued up first is a funny thing that's been going on, and that's the Grimace Shake.
Okay.
Have you been watching any of these?
I have not seen a single one.
Okay.
So wait, do you want to screen share it to me and play at the same time, or?
I can do that. Let me switch back to that and hop into. I want not that screen. I want that screen. Okay. You good over there?
Uh-huh.
Sweet. Okay.
You should be able to.
All right, let me pause the music for a second. Okay. So I don't know the whole thing about this, but I guess it was Grimace's birthday last week or the week before.
Good for him.
I know, right? And so McDonald's did this whole like campaign around his birthday. And then TikTok just kind of did its thing with it and started making like horror reels, if you will, of drinking this drink. These are pretty funny. Yeah, like, I've watched a couple. They're pretty funny. This one is actually legitimately kind of terrifying.
I've not seen a single one.
Okay, all right. So this might be a hot start to this.
The Grimace Shake from McDonald's. It's the birthday shake. I don't know why, but here is a video of us trying the Grimace Shake.
Ooh, the nose one. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. It's
You alright? Hey, you okay?
I feel weird.
Haley. Whoa. Haley.
Oh God.
Haley.
They do a really good job on this one, though.
That like.
Haley, I'm getting kind of freaked out, alright?
Oh, just wait.
This isn't funny anymore. Haley.
That's awful. That's terrifying.
It kind of was.
That's really good though.
Seen a few. No idea what the point of it is even meant to be. I think it's just social media kind of doing what social media does and taking it to a next level. But it's kind of like McDonald's is reaping the benefits of it because it's free marketing.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of ways, you know. Let's see.
People are pretending to unalive because of the Grimace Shake. They take a sip of the shake released by McDonald's, then cut to a shot where they're either laying down in some obscure place with a shake all over them or a shot of them going crazy. Some people have even gone to extreme lengths, like filming in the sewer, an abandoned building, or the hood of their car. People are confused on whether or not McDonald's is paying people to do this, but there are some theories surrounding it. It could have been a trend started by McDonald's with the hopes that it would catch on to the general public. This would be genius, and I wouldn't be surprised considering their past with the Travis Scott meal and the meme that came with it. According to McDonald's lore, Grimace was originally known as the evil Grimace and obsessed with stealing milkshakes from little kids. This could be seen as funny to the older audience, but could be detrimental to their sales if kids see the trend and think something bad would actually come from ordering a simple shake from McDonald's. On the opposite side of this, the people who believe a huge evil monster that's modeled after a giant taste bud will steal their drink are probably too young to be on the app to see the trend. No one really knows
what
the
he's
true
modeled.
flavor.
Wait, I'm sorry. That's what he's modeled off of?
A taste bud?
A taste bud?
Huh. Weird.
I mean, I get it. Like, Grimace has kind of a creepy name, as well as as a kid, that would suck. You're stealing my shake? Yeah, that might leave some...
I mean, that's the Hamburglar, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess there's that too. He doesn't look threatening, though. He doesn't look threatening, though.
True.
I had a very low opinion of TikTok as it is. I don't even have it downloaded. Like I don't even have a profile, nothing. So I'm definitely in the minority on that. But I'll watch reels and shorts. Hi Jim Chicky. Hello. I hope your long weekend is going well. All right, we'll finish this one.
The Grimace shake, but it's described as having a mixture of vanilla and berry flavors. This is important because in another theory, people say that the reason people act weird after drinking the shake is because of the blueberry shortage of 2022 and 2023. With these supply shortages and this bizarre trend, everyone has been left wondering what's truly inside the Grimace shake. People are pretending.
So is there some truth that the shake tastes weird?
I've never had it. I know people that I think I know a few folks that try it and they said it's fine. And then there's folks that are still wanting to try it before the promotion ends.
Okay. Well, it's just funny that they can keep this shake going, but they can't keep their ice cream machine going.
Right?
Like, oh, clearly you have the capabilities to make a milkshake.
Yeah.
Ah, Wheeze has tried it. Daughter said it tastes like blueberry. Okay. I didn't realize there was a blueberry shortage either.
Same.
Lake has been good. Finley enjoyed getting in the lake and has been screaming this morning for fun. We're about to go out on the boat. Oh, that's so great. I bet she is. It sounds like she's having an absolute blast. That'll be fun. Yeah, the boat rides. Just make sure you're keeping up with that sunscreen. The sun is not forgiving. You got any other thoughts on this, Marcus? I had no idea some of these things.
I didn't know if that's what people were doing with the Grimace shake.
Yeah.
It was just turning you into a monster.
Yeah, or you die.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Yo.
Yeah, it's just in the
birthday to my guy Grimace. Today we're gonna be trying out his birthday shake. Let's go.
Oh god.
Or this happens.
Jesus.
I just got the
Oh god.
Alright, I just got the Grimace shake. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Do you want the Grimace shake? Yes, it's so nutritious. Happy birthday, Grimace.
And I know that's I reckon that the handle, that's CG5. Does a lot of like really good singer, does a lot of just like stuff like Oreo, not the brand, the also singer, like original songs, like songs from movies and things like that. Just that's how funny it is. I was like, oh yeah, that's CG5.
Oh, okay. I had no idea. It's catchy, but like, yeah, this is kind of the thing that's happening.
Really good singer. Yeah, no, I had no idea that's what people were doing with all the Grimace stuff. Holy crap.
Yeah. I forgot you did mention you haven't watched a single thing about this. So yeah, people are becoming like monsters. They're dying in pretty funny ways. All because of this damn shake.
Do you think it's a hidden marketing ploy from McDonald's, or do you think it's just social media being social media?
I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if either were true. I think like there was another reel where I think it was the CMO actually jumped in on all of this. So, and I have it saved on my Instagram. I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, knowing the types of trends that social media brings up, I also wouldn't be surprised if they were the ones that just like created it off the bat. It feels a little too dark for it to come from McDonald's.
Fair. Especially after that one news we saw this week about the little being butthurt little babies about that.
Oh yeah. I have that pulled up too.
Wow cry about it. Oh my fucking god, that's so absurd.
Yeah, nice
That's
little
so
segue. But yeah, what do you think?
God, that's so absurd. So I think it's a mixed bag, or I have a general mixed bag about it. Of can big brand companies be this intelligent with viral marketing? I think some can. I think some absolutely can. I think some fail horribly, and I think some actually probably could. Right? Because like if this shit came from like Wendy's, then maybe I would believe it a lot more that Wendy's would be maybe a little more social media savvy. 100%.
Seeing how they've like reacted in certain ways to different situations, I forgot what it was, but they were so quick on the draw in response to something that happened among like their competitors, and Wendy's just like nailed the response on social media. So yeah, I could see that.
So I think some brands could pull this off. I think some couldn't. In this case, with McDonald's, maybe probably more social media on this one.
Yeah, that's why like especially with how kind of dark this is going, I'm kind of leaning towards it wasn't.
Same.
Like officially McDonald's, not to say like employees within McDonald's couldn't have started this, but I don't know that it could have necessarily come from marketing itself. So yeah, I know it's social media, but who knows? Or I think it's social media, but who knows? Yeah, with how like in the same vein, like with how creative social media like trends and challenges occur, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It was just a social media happenstance, and McDonald's lucked out on it. But yeah, I guess the next one kind of similar with McDonald's. Do you want to kick off this one?
Yeah, so I saw and I guess the exposure I had to it was just that there's I think a big Twitch collab that was sponsored by McDonald's, I think for like Super Smash, if I believe, something in that vein.
I think so.
And one of the people that was sponsored by McDonald's in the stream was switching characters to like an alternate character type, and the alternate character type's name was Red Robin. So they're like, oh, I'm going to be or switch to Red Robin. And McDonald's heard that, and they like freaked the fuck out because they're like, "This is a McDonald's sponsorship. You can't say Red Robin. That's a competitor." And they're so mad. They're so mad, and they got mad at Twitch about it. Like, how dare you? Like, we're throwing all this money. We're sponsoring this whatever. We're giving you all this money, and you want to say Red Robin on a McDonald's sponsorship? And they're so mad and butthurt. I'm like, this is the stupidest fucking shit I've ever heard.
That one makes absolutely no sense. And then the other piece, because right here it says at the beginning of the stream, I was trying to show off the Big Mac coins that they had sent me, and I had a Freudian slip. I took the coins back and said McDonald's had sent me 100 Whopper coins.
Oh God.
So like he not only made a reference to one competitor, he actually made it to two. And this one, like both of these, I don't know. I agree. I think this is very much like overreacting.
Yeah.
Because one of them is technically a character within a game.
Yeah.
And the other one, like, was he really like 100 Whopper coins? I don't like. First off, I didn't even know like McDonald's and Burger King had coins. Whatever the hell that means.
Yeah.
But I think this is a little much.
Yeah, I think the game part of it is absolutely an unjustified overreaction, and lacks like nuance. Like that's such a childish response to have, in my opinion.
And you're right, he was playing Super Smash Brothers.
I don't know what alternate Red Robin character there is in Smash. I haven't been in that scene in a hot minute.
Yeah, Jericho had an incident with the character Robin and their red alternate form. So technically it was just Robin and he was playing as a different skin. First time joining this, so what is this stream exactly? Welcome in Dark Link. We are just kind of chatting about random things. We started with anime and we are going into this whole like Grimace Shake. We've talked about Grimace Shake. It's really whatever we just want it to be. And chat just kind of chiming in. So happy to hear your thoughts on any of these, but it's super chill.
Very morning and coffee chatting kind of relaxed vibe. And
so in all honesty, I think this was a little much. The blender allegedly made a few higher ups at Twitch and McDonald's very, very upset.
What? Why? Why?
Like, I don't know.
God, this sounds like the most butthurt thing ever.
It really
and
is.
again, lacking nuance. Like, you can't filter out like the context of this. And like, did he even say like, oh, so you need a red rot? But like, was he like implying things with how he said it, or was it a more casual like, oh, we're gonna be like Red Robin, like and Robin, but like the Redskin, variant?
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, it's just hard to believe that the streamer would do that intentionally. Like, do it. It wouldn't have been in a malicious way by any means, but like, to then say like, oh, you can't do this kind of thing is just kind of, it doesn't make sense.
It's kind of an okay boomer moment. I was like, you guys literally do not get it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Darkling, did you try the shake? No, like neither of us have tried it.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. I don't plan on trying it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I can just buy blueberries.
I can just make it at home. Yeah.
I did see someone did send me a funny meme where like someone was trying the Grimace Shake and they put Pepsi in it.
Oh my god, yes, I did see that. That does have Barkus energy to it.
Oh, all right, now I'm a little bit more on board.
No. You did try it? It was awful? Okay.
Did it taste like blueberry?
Like, what did it taste like? In all honesty, I know you said it tasted disgusting, but...
Pop rocks, you're honest thing, Jay.
Yeah. That... I could take a challenge on that. But okay, Jay, you, like... One of the other conversations that took place was Pop Rocks and, pudding. Because I don't know why I have there it is. I've been oddly enough craving like pudding, and I got chocolate pudding yesterday. It's stupid, it's basic, whatever. I get it, but yeah, it was delicious with a little bit of whipped cream. What about Nerds? Oh yeah, Sonic does have something like that for Nerds. I haven't tried that one. That's a good point, Ash. You good over there?
Tastes like nothing, like blueberry. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I muted and unmuted the mic, but I did it manually, so it made button click noise.
Got it. Pulling up a couple other things.
Yeah. Since we're talking about absurd company reactions, do you want to dive into the Elon thing?
We can.
Like we're in that space still a bit.
I can see Barkus adding V8 to it.
Well, stronger. It sounds like what you're describing, Ash, is fruit and vegetables. So.
Ooh. I mean, if you boil it down to it, yes, it is. It is fruit and vegetables.
Cool.
Just mashed up in a cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tomatoes are a fruit. Yeah, but blueberries.
Depending on who you ask. So tomatoes are a fruit or a vegetable.
But
it depends on the vocation.
V8 has other things, not just tomatoes, right? Doesn't it have
Correct.
like carrots and celery? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Blueberries are my friends.
My understanding, and I might have this reversed, that if you're in like the farming occupation, then tomatoes are a vegetable. And if you're in the cooking occupation, then they're a fruit.
Interesting.
My understanding is like I feel like I think that's like a uniquely tomato thing. But again, I might have that like switched.
Ew, I hate it here. All right. Okay. I know I'm still sharing with you, but I am not sharing with everybody else. Okay. I don't know if this is like too teeny tiny.
Yes.
There we go. That's better. Okay. What are your thoughts on this, Barkus?
I have a lot.
Okay.
So I wanted to look at. Let me just look at. He agrees with tomatoes are fruit. Oh, okay. Wait. So did it have it flipped? Is it if they're in the kitchen they're a vegetable? If they're on the field they're a fruit? I had heard from like sources that that's how it's split, and it's really just tomatoes that are like that. Maybe there's like one or two others, but that it flips based on its category changes on vocation, which is strange.
If you grate
If
it,
you grate
it's
it,
cheese.
it's a cheese. I don't want my potato cheese. I want to grate a potato.
Well, then you have
Isn't-
hash browns.
No, it's a cheese. Apple said.
I know that's fair, but like you have hash browns. Is a hash brown a
Yeah.
cheese?
No. No. Apple's stance is complete nonsense, but I was entertaining it.
He didn't just say the field thing. Yes. Yes, Barkus did. Oh my god.
Did I misspeak?
I don't know. What nonsense.
What did you call them? Grits? No.
No,
Hash
hash browns.
Hash browns.
Grits?
I was in the right field. I was in the right area. I'll say that word again. I'll just casually sprinkle it in. Hash browns.
Yes, hash
They're not a
browns.
cheese. They're not a cheese. They're just grated potatoes.
So wait. If you put the never mind. Nope, we're not getting into that.
Isn't cheese just curdled milk? So like it's the process that it goes through. Like it's like the base ingredient plus process that like it's all semantics, but I'm happy to tell you why I'm right.
Also, every farming simulator I played, they were fruits. All right. Well,
So did I have it? Wait, I feel like I had it. Wait. Yeah. What did I say initially? Because I wasn't from that. I might have had it reversed.
Jay, we're about to talk about the Twitter thing, but we are hung up on if you grate it, it's cheese, and are tomatoes just fruits?
If you grate it, it's grated. That's what it is. It's whatever you have plus the grading process. You just added an adjective to it. So if you grate carrots, you have grated carrots.
Yeah, which would just be shredded carrot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you grate chestnuts, you have these nuts. That's.
Welcome in, Wheeze.
If you grate cheese, you have grated cheese.
Yes.
But grating a onion doesn't make it a cheese.
Oh my god, I would not want to grate an onion. That just like you just want to prolong having your eyes stinging.
Yeah. Just put like a few paper towels down below it, and that should actually resolve it.
What is that the trick? What is the trick? I feel like I've heard a couple different things. Like if you make sure your knife is wet and then you start cutting, or like the onions in water. I don't know what the tricks were.
I just wear a diving helmet.
I just wear goggles, you know. Like,
just put my eye goggles on and no tears, just sadness.
yeah. Get a good cry in, just cut an onion.
Solve my onion problem.
Scuba Steve.
So.
Yes, sorry.
Let me see what he actually said was to address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation. We've applied the following temporary limits. I don't know, first off, if temporary is factual, but time will tell. I don't feel like temporary is factual.
Yeah,
Like he's just saying temporary to alleviate some worry. Verified accounts are limited to reading 6,000 posts a day. And by reading a post, like you see a post.
I think so.
You can only see 6,000 posts. Unverified accounts to 600, so a tenth. and new unverified account to half of that. So basically it means like you can only see so much Twitter a day until you're not allowed to see Twitter.
Yep.
And I had a friend yesterday. They hit like their 600 limit, and then they went to their own page and they were unable to see their own tweets.
Yeah. That was actually one of my points too that I was going to bring up. It's like, okay, if you're going to put these limits, A, they feel really low, and B, I can't even read my own shit. Like, what?
To your point exactly, Dark Link. Like, at first I misread it and I thought it was like you can only post 600 times a day. And I was like, oh, if you're posting more than 600 times a day, get off Twitter.
Yeah.
No one should be doing 600 posts a day. But no, it was like seeing it and I was like,
Yeah, and I'm wondering if like reading is actually more like impressions, because
I think it's impression.
I think it's more impressions because I mean, doom scrolling, you could easily be passing whatever that count is, you're quickly like hitting it just by scrolling a handful of times.
Yeah. I wonder too if like you see like more or less a mega thread, and you're like really diving into that, if every individual post on that counts as toward that 600.
Wait, repeat that? Sorry.
So if you were like, let's say someone posted something and it had like a lot of traction and there were a lot of comments and like it's very debatable, controversial topic, and like you dive into it and like you're reading the replies and you're reading what people are saying, you're seeing the conversation around it. If like every person that made a comment, every comment on there counts towards that 600.
Well, I know I don't know if it does, but I know whenever I was tinkering with it yesterday, like I retweeted this as like a funny haha. I couldn't read the comments, and then I know Jay was asking, is this the one I commented on? I had 2 comments that I couldn't even read until this morning.
Wow.
Yeah. And not only that, but like the stats to my tweet weren't even accurate. So like on one page it was saying, oh, you have a couple of comments on here, but you can't actually get to them, and you can reply directly to that comment, but even when you scroll up to see what the original post was or the thread to it, you see nothing. Like the line is broken. You can only look at that one individual comment.
Damn.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't know if all of this was intentional or if it was, we need a blanket. I don't care. It's going to be a blanket, and here you go. And this is the repercussions of establishing that blanket piece, you know?
And I fully agree with what Vortex just said about it was never a problem and they're just really pushing people to get blue.
Yeah.
I feel that's an aspect of it. One thing I'm kind of curious is so to what he actually said, what is this solution really addressing? Because I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. I understand what they've implemented. I get that, but I don't understand what it's addressing. Like, I don't know what problem he's trying to fix here.
I don't know either. Data scrape. Yeah, but even like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why is data scraping necessarily an issue? I don't know.
Because from like a very layman understanding that I would have is like, is it talking about like third-party sites gathering data off of Twitter and it's an issue and they're limiting usage to prevent that? So I really don't know. I'm just like trying to wrap my head around it, and if that's right, then I don't still see how that's the solution.
But and that's what I'm trying to think, because I know there like other ways in which what you can do in terms of like data scraping or like web scraping even is you can create bots, and I think you can, to some extent, this happens when like the PS5 incident where bots are just like set up to, as soon as shit is available online, those bots are already like ready to go, refreshing the page, buying it up, you know? A tangent to that is you have web scrapers that are similar bots. They're meant to go and web scrape different pages based on like certain research or like data you're trying to gather for your own like internal purpose. So like what you said, third party scraping, yeah, like that happens on the daily. But I know places that I've used to work at, this was a common thing that you would do in order to gather certain data that we're trying to track things on, use for research purposes, analytics, things like that. And so the bots would be run, but they would run into limits just being on the page. You can only like refresh the page so many times, or you can only do certain scraping parameters. Like there's better ways to do this. So I'm surprised it was implemented in this manner that affected all users.
Yeah. Here's my theory. Here's my very just personal gut intuition.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that Elon Musk thinks that he's the good guy, that he is like the hero of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
in like a general sense of everything that he does, that he is there for like he is here to save us being humanity, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I feel like if you ask, like if you were in that mindset and you're like, well, what's harming humanity, what's bad for us, and like one thing we hear a lot is social media, like, oh, social media is so bad for us, so awful, right? And so what does he do? He buys Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then what does he do? He runs it into the ground.
Well,
why?
Yeah, why? Go on. Sorry.
Because like things like this, like changes like this, it forces people just off of it. So I feel like in his own headcanon, if he feels like he's the good guy and he limits our use, like he's saving us. He's meaning that all these people that are on social media, they're off of it. They can go touch grass now. Like he's done it. And if he has to, take flack for it, he's still being like the hero here.
Oh, we got a couple of things in chat. So Elon Musk is actually our savior.
I feel that's
a thought. That is the thought.
That is my hunch. That's what my gut's telling me. I have nothing to back this up, to back this with. But
he's saving us from Twitter. Yeah, but people are just gonna find another site. It's funny that you say that, Apple, because I was talking to Dee when all of this was happening. So in the span of us being at the gym yesterday, these aren't even the accurate like limits anymore, Marcus. So I don't even know, like, have you been keeping up with this since yesterday?
No.
Okay. So this was the first thing that was posted, and I posted this at 12:30. Yeah. So I was at the gym here. He then came back 3 different times, or at least 2 other times, to increase all of this to, I think the last thing that I saw that he posted yesterday evening-ish, afternoon, evening, it's now 10K for verified, 1,000 for unverified, and I think like 500 or something for unverified. So it's 10, 1, and 5. And so like he upped it 2 times. It went from 6,000 to 8,000 to 10,000. And then kind of back into the other 2 numbers. So they're still even trying to figure out what the right limit is on all of this. Live.
Right.
Live. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I really do feel that Elon Musk hates Twitter.
Well, he's about to hand over the reins to the new CEO, right? Like she starts this month.
Yeah, she's walking into a dumpster fire. Poor her.
Twitter battle pass anyone? Oh my god. Battle pass when? Right. Let's see. But Apple, it's funny that you mentioned that because Dee signed up for Hive or Hive Social. And then I found out yesterday through some other streamers that Blue Sky exists, but it's in beta. So like not everyone can get access to it. So, I guess one of my question is, how viable do you think these other options are going to be?
I don't think very viable. So we've seen this. We've seen these trends happen before. Tumblr, right?
Yeah.
We can look at Tumblr. Tumblr was like, no more porn, and everyone's like, oh man, and so everyone loved Tumblr.
Yeah.
Right. So I think recently Tumblr's gone back on that.
We don't talk about Tumblr.
but there's starting to be striking parallels. We're seeing the same thing with Twitch and with Kick, where Kick or Twitch was like, no more gambling, and Kick's like, but we like it. Yeah. So you can't just tell people no, you can't have this thing, and then just ban that thing and then assume the problem's fixed. That's not realistic. That's extremely naive. Because what's going to happen is all those people that you just pushed away and banned, they're going to go make their own thing. Mm-hmm. Like the Bender quote, right? Like fine, like I'll go make my own thing of like blackjack and hookers. Like they're going to go just do their own thing on their own.
Side note, that new season's coming out soon. Anyways.
A Futurama?
Yeah.
Wild.
I know.
So banning people or banning the things that people want to engage with is just going to make you an enemy. Like it will just make a tribe of everyone that you don't want on your platform, and then they will do their own thing, and then they will now be against you.
Yeah. Well, like the other thing is, it's interesting with this going on because you have this change on the platform and people can only like bitch about it on the platform.
Yes. Right, because this is the place to do so.
Yeah.
So
it's getting attention even more so.
It falls. So is Twitter done? Are people going to leave? It kind of falls into like, I think, two camps for which that would be true.
Yeah.
One, a lot of these changes have just targeted the general experience, not specifically a group. Right, so like in my Twitch example, my Tumblr example, those targeted specific groups of people that were engaging with certain types of content. All these Twitter changes just affect everybody equally. So it hasn't targeted something specific. So if it did, then you would have that specific group making their own thing. That's not the case. So it's just definitely, the boiling frog situation currently.
Yeah.
So if a new change comes out and it does target a specific group on top of everything getting worse, then you would have a faction of people, within that, those that are dedicated enough to continue to have the space that they wanted that they had in the past, that then would be passionate to make that new thing and to push for it and to advocate for it, based around like that certain like grouping of whatever it is that they're wanting.
Yeah.
So that we're not there yet. The other thing is it is getting shitty in general. So the two ways that splits off is people then Twitter just bleeds out, and people start going to like either Instagram or just equivalent competitors in that space, or someone does make something brand new. Your Twitch your Kick equivalent is a Wild West of sorts, but you have to convince people to go to it.
That's true. Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. If you want to make something new, you have to convince people to go to it. Yeah. Because if it's new and no one's there and no one knows about it, then why the fuck should I be there?
Yeah. And I think with like Hive Social, that one grew in popularity when I think Musk originally bought Twitter, and then it kind of like shit the bed a little bit, because I was kind of reading up on the history yesterday, and evidently it's such a small team running that platform currently that if there are so many bugs, like I think one of the number one complaints was the loading time of like refreshing, kind of like doom scrolling, if you will, refreshing the page to see new tweets, posts, all that. And that was the biggest complaint. It would take so long for it to load. And so, you know, you have this big giant Twitter that has the resources, or at least more resources than Hive, to maintain these changes or quickly update them, like we're seeing yesterday, to increase the limit or whatever, versus like Hive, if there's one major issue, it's going to take more time to debug, fix, and then deploy those changes. So yeah, I think that's another challenge some of these some other competitors in this space might run into, is if they truly have the backing to at least have a functioning product that is manageable, and like maintenance to it is like kept up with appropriately.
Yeah, because like then if it does blow up, do you have the infrastructure to support increased volume?
Yep.
And then to catch up on chat, Vortex said Reddit's also been speedrunning dumpster fire race.
I haven't been keeping up with Reddit, so like, do you know what's going on? What happened over at Reddit? I know there were protests, there were like API changes or something.
Yeah, basically you'd be charged for API use, whereas it had been free. Apparently I had been like a Reddit nub where there's like a couple like quality of life API stuff that just make Reddit a much better experience that I've never used or utilized, so I had no idea about any of that. But it all been like, you know, just free sourced open source stuff that everyone was using, and Reddit's like, well, we want money now, so we're going to charge for this. Even if we don't make the APIs, you still have to pay to use it on our site. And everyone's like, that's awful. So all these subreddits like went private, effectively like closing them in protest. But they did so, and that would have worked. That would have worked if all these subreddits just protested and said, until you go back on this decision, we are keeping these subreddits closed.
Yeah,
that would have worked. They had no spine at all, and they did the protests in like probably the worst possible way ever.
So it wasn't organized.
It was organized.
Oh, it was? Okay.
It was organized. It was organized. Like they really could have pulled it off. It was very like sad.
Oh no.
So here's the two, and this happened over like a course of some time. But here are the two things that like really made their protest awful. The pro to it, it was organized. The con to it, they told Reddit how long the protest would be, and it was like 2 or 3 days.
Oh my god.
This day and this day, we're going to protest and keep everything private. And Reddit was like, oh, okay.
See you guys in 3 days. Like, what?
See you guys in 3 days.
What?
Why the fuck should we care? So that's the first major failing. And then after those 3 days, a lot of, a fair amount still stayed privated.
Okay.
And so after a little bit, Reddit had some more retaliation, which was because like if to be like a Reddit mod is like it's like a free position. You just like, I guess someone just makes a subreddit, and then anyone like, and then it's kind of like a Discord or like a stream instance, right? Like to be a Discord mod or a stream mod, like it's very dependent upon the owner of the format and like the community and things like that. So a Reddit mod functions much in the same way, and it just gives you much of the same powers as like a Discord mod or a stream mod. So Reddit was like, cool, if y'all are going to keep protesting, then we're going to remove the ability for the community to decide their own mods, and we're just going to install Reddit mods. So keep protesting, and everyone loses their mod chip. And then everyone buckled in.
Wow.
Everyone was like, all right, we're done protesting then, because we want to be able to moderate a Reddit forum.
So now you have to
over.
pay for these APIs.
It's coming. But
Okay.
It's not in effect yet, that's my understanding.
Okay. Wild.
But yes, so to what Vortex was saying, the CEO just didn't even care. Yeah. He's like, I'll take away your mod status, and then they're like, oh, well, we're sorry, Daddy.
Oh my god.
it was just no spine. Like saying how long you're going to protest, and then
folding.
threatened. Yeah. Yep. What apples?
Yeah. When there's a scarcity and you're the only platform, you can make these changes, but we don't live in the day and age where there's a scarcity for these things.
No, it's in regard to Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the flip side. Like if you I don't think it's a true like monopoly in the space, but you're like the platform, yeah, you can make these changes. Like, okay, we're gonna piss off some people, but the bulk of them are still gonna be here. Like, where else are you gonna go? Is kind of the main argument to this day.
And a unique aspect that Twitter has that Twitch doesn't is that a lot of big name brands and corporations, like a lot of the professional world, is also very Twitter integrated. Like if you look at like a local news station, they'll have like a link to their Twitter, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, Twitch. So that's not a Twitch. You know, Twitch doesn't run into that. You know, I don't give McDonald's a tier 3 sub to their Twitch channel because they don't have a Twitch channel, as far as I know.
No, apparently I found out Cash App has a Twitch channel.
Huh?
Yeah,
What are they doing?
they essentially, I think it's slightly gambling, if I'm not mistaken. Like that's what it feels like, at least, without saying it. Oh my god, I'm definitely following Grimace on Twitch. Man, if that actually existed, that would be hilarious. But yeah, Cash App, they do, I guess they run like, I think it's tournaments in which you can bet on. I may have this completely wrong, but it was a thing that I found out about a couple days ago. But yeah, Cash App, they run different like prize fund type of things. Like it's predictions more than anything, I think, is if you predict it, you have a chance at winning money, basically. And we've brought this chat full circle. Yes, we have, Jay.
How strange.
Yeah. And I think like they're promoting this upcoming event that's like $100,000 in prize funds or something. Yeah. I don't know.
Weird, because there is still gambling on Twitch. There's just a lot less of it.
Yeah.
There used to be. They really targeted very specific types of gambling.
The amount of new games that came out from the backlash of the new D&D contract.
Oh yeah.
I was following that heavily at the beginning, but it seemed like it kind of fizzled out, I guess, in terms of what people are like, what they were saying about it or what they were mad about.
My understanding of that was Wizards of the Coast, again, wanted more money. Because like Magic the Gathering has turned very, very, very profitable.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted D&D to be as profitable as Magic, or as close to inline as they could. And the problem with D&D is that it's very like pen and paper. Like it's very like you can give like a book if you want, but it's like you're trying to get royalties on the idea of like the Ranger class. It's kind of like what they were wanting to do for, and they were really ready to go to court for that. Because you had groups like Critical Role who were playing official Dungeons and Dragons with some homebrew stuff,
with their own campaigns,
and Wizards wanted their cut of the money because they're like, you're playing our game, we should get royalties for this. And so they put into effectively like how the legal terminology had been was for D&D. It was whatever legal term, like to nudge like open source effectively. Like we'll sell you these books and the material, and then you can just do whatever you want. Yeah, that had been the general open public contract, and that's what they were wanting to change. Yeah, where it wouldn't be open source anymore. Yeah, once you make like a certain amount, they're entitled to X, I think is like one of the changes that came through. Yeah. Yeah. And the community's response was like, then there's other games besides D&D. And like to my point of like you can't get royalties and like I'm playing a ranger and someone gave me $100. I'm not gonna give you $10. Like it's not
No.
that's not gonna happen.
No.
That's not. So everyone's like, yeah, we'll just make our again, right? You targeted a very specific group, like fine, we'll just make our own D&D.
Yeah. In that vein though, of like D&D, I'm excited for Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
I hope we have a group that we can play that with.
That'd be interesting.
I know.
Really fun.
And they pushed it up instead of pushing it back. Oh. Yes. Yeah. I'm excited for that next month. I never played any of the other ones.
So I don't know how DBD or D&D adjacent
DBD.
it has to be for it not to occur legal ramifications.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's just what a lot of the people that would be heavily hit by it are just going to do. Just going to do their own thing.
Yeah.
Because it's really fucking easy to do your own thing in that space. It's mostly creativity.
Yeah. I mean,
in a high fantasy genre.
Yeah, you created an entire campaign. For example, like if you have the time and the like vision and creativity, like you can totally make it happen.
Yep.
It was 75K or 700. I thought it was like I was thinking like 100K in my head, Apple. I don't know why. But yeah, I know like once you gross a certain amount, like they come after you saying, "Oh, we want our cut, thanks." Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that just shows like the community can, I guess like a theme to what we've kind of been talking about is like the community, if there's a will, there's a way to essentially, oh, you're going to do this to us? Okay, well, we're just going to spin off and make it our own and you can't come after us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the community certainly has a lot of power because that's the consumer base.
Yeah.
So if you want to fuck over your consumer base, then like it's a dangerous game and they'll go as far as they can for profit.
The site says 50K. Interesting. Okay. I didn't think it was that low. I say that's low, but you know. And it's crazy to think like Critical Role, for example, they have so many different things at this point that they have going on between their own campaigns that they've released, their Prime shows that have been coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Which I really enjoyed this second season of Vox Machina. I don't know if you've watched it yet.
I have. It's really good.
It's really good. But that, and then like their channel, their podcast from the channel. God, what else? I think they had like figures that came out. It's just, yeah, it's a lot.
Welcome to the shit
Oh, thank you so much for the follow, slushies. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Yeah.
Yes. Hi, slushies.
Do you know slushies?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hi, Mutual of Barkus.
Hello, Moon. Happy Sunday morning to you.
Oh, is this Moon?
Yeah.
Oh! You changed your name, right? No. Maybe.
I'm giving Moon a hard time.
Of course, you're very welcome for the follow. How are you guys doing? And hi, Barkus. We're doing well, just mutual slushies. Now I want a slushie. Anyways,
a blueberry one?
No.
With some pilk?
No.
Why?
No. You know what? You know what I still have?
What? Did you cut out?
No. You should look at my screen.
No, I don't want. No, why? What did I do? Drink your pilk.
You're in jail for like 1 minute.
This bullshit. I gave you this PNG.
I know, and I use it.
Defeated by my own devices.
Oh, that's funny. It was so good, but Crit also has a contract with D&D Beyond, so they're trying to walk on eggshells. It's true. It is true. But like, I will say, seeing some of like the room that they have for all of their campaigns, like when they're actually streaming and all of that, is pretty amazing. As well as, I don't know if you've seen the new room where they actually set up the board basically. Oh my god, it looks amazing. All of their maps that they have, their characters. Oh, it's awesome.
If you want it, I have a funny little clip moment from one of their campaigns, just since we're in the vein of it. I sent it to you. I sent it to you as the video. I don't know if you can download the video and then like drag that video into like a web browser link and then it would pop up that way. I'm just trying to think of the best way to. I can give you the link, but I don't know if you want a TikTok link.
Download.
I don't want to dirty your stream of TikTok. Oh, I'm free from jail.
Yes, you're free from jail. Let me try this.
When the mine is still on intelligence.
Shut up. Okay. Okay. Can you see that, Marcus?
No.
No? Hold on. Let me stop and reshare. There we go. Okay. Better?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll switch back over.
Okay.
Thank you for the quench thirst.
I gotta drink shit.
This should be applicable to everyone on my stream. I'm gonna add that rule. Anyways, all right. Okay, so this is a funny from one of their campaigns.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I wonder if you'll have sound. Chat will have to let you know if there's sound or not.
There should be?
When the mine is still on intelligence is showing.
But how about we go and we like pressure him, and then if like he doesn't buy it, then we kill him.
Take this hat. It's the hat of disguise. Put it on, and you can look however you want to look.
But I want to look like me. He's gonna remember me.
Oh, well then never mind that. I thought you said you wanted to be.
You're the idea man. You're supposed to have
I'm sorry,
better than this.
you're throwing a lot at me here.
Warm it up, son. Let's get the bad ones out of the way right now.
All right.
Come on, shake it up.
All right. What do we need to intimidate him? Do you need me to be your enforcer?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or maybe like my manservant.
Uh-huh.
Maybe make me look. Can you make me look like really amazing?
You already look amazing.
But like rich and like wish givery.
Yeah. Take this hat and put it on. And now you can look however you think you should look.
Absolutely.
The thumbs up at the end.
Absolutely.
The one where they kill the guard. That one looks like a pretty old clip, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been. I think it's from their second campaign. That that's like good wholesome fun that Wizards needs their money from.
Oh, I thought I was sharing my screen properly. I'm sorry. I thought I hit go live for you. Whoops.
Oh, like the I don't know if anyone's heard of the Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
What?
Okay.
If that gives you a response. That was season 1 when Sam switched to Tyrion Darrington. Okay. Go on. Sorry.
What's the this? Oh, I think it just had a disguise. I think it just has like magical properties to change appearance. I think there's a few spells like that of like just disguise. Sorry, there was Patters said, what's meant to be the significance of the hat from the video?
Oh. God, everyone's green right now, so I totally skipped over that one. I'm sorry, Patters. Yeah, it's just supposed to be okay. Apple, it only changes your face. Okay. And it's so funny hearing his voice because I'm like, oh my god, I'm literally picturing your character right now.
Grog?
Yeah, Grog.
Yeah.
Hearing his voice, I'm like, yep, Grog.
100%.
Yep.
No, I'm gonna skip over the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. It was if you know, you know. Don't worry about it.
Why?
There's a clip. I don't think it's very like stream friendly.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. You can share it in my Discord.
It wasn't a. Okay.
If you want.
Yeah. I'll throw it in there later.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought something else came through. I'm trying to think if there was anything else to like chat about.
We still had a big meta topic, but honestly, if we do this again, we can probably save it for that.
Yeah, I don't think that one's going anywhere, honestly. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, I think I like this forum.
Yeah.
I like having this on Sundays. It seems like this time. Oh, Apple said something. That's the scene just before where they accidentally killed a guard and Tartan tries to throw up on the dead body to make it seem like he was drunk and passed out. Oh my god. That's funny to just like picture how the events went that way. Was that his idea? I wonder if that was his idea. I just need to go back and listen. Anyways, sorry. Grog's? Oh, it's Grog's idea? Oh my god. That's appropriate. that makes sense. That tracks. You good over there, Marcus?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
I don't know if they had any. I do want to table that last big one, the social media versus reality thing, for next time.
Yeah.
I don't know how you are in general time wise. I know we're like 2 hours in.
I'm good to keep going. Literally nothing planned today, which is nice.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll kind of leave it up to you. I'm good leaving it till next week. Yeah.
Okay. I might have some stuff I might have to start getting to, but I think we could probably wrap up with a little movie discussion.
What movie?
There is a movie that I haven't seen that I really, really want to see, which is the new Spider-Verse movie.
Oh, okay.
I want to see this. I want to see this so badly. I'm so ready to go and see that. I don't know if you've seen it yet. Did you see it yet?
I haven't seen either.
Okay. I've seen the first one. The first one was very good.
I heard good things. I just haven't gone back and watched it. The new Spider-Verse movie was pretty good. Loved and hated the ending.
Ooh, interesting.
Does it set it up for a third one?
I heard that this one that they just came out with is going to be like 3 parts. And this is part 1 of 3.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
Huh. Yes. Okay.
So, part 1 of 3. It's part 1 of 3 of a trilogy. So, apparently, the I might be speaking out my ass here. Apparently, the creators of it aren't ever going to do more superhero stuff because the backlash that they've had from the very first one has been like there is such a bad taste in their mouth.
What backlash came from it?
My understanding, and this is why I want to make sure I'm factual about this. Give me a second if you have a topic to talk about.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't recall hearing, and you said it was about the first one, not the second one, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I heard more about the second one than I did the first one in terms of topics, like backlash. Why'd they get backlash? That's weird.
I might have to dig into it deeper. I think it's because like people were like, Spider-Man can't be black, and that kind of stuff, and like just the like sections of like the diehard community of like it has to be Peter Parker, and things like that.
The backlash of the studio that made the new Gollum game caused them to shut down. That looked terrible. Gollum looked awful.
But again, I would want to be a little more concrete with something before.
We can chat about it next week.
I'd heard, but I would just say that as like a rumor stage as opposed to anything that's like there. So
okay, because I was gonna say like Morales, but like yeah. You know, like
it seems like a crazy. It seems like a crazy take. Like there's a lot to where that would be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, he's not new, quote unquote. You know,
what I had heard, I would put into doubt. Like I would want to I've heard this. I would call it a rumor. I would want to like look more into it on my own and see what kind of stuff there is to back that up.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
I'll be upfront about my uncertainty there.
Yeah, we can table it for next week. But yeah, I agree with Apple. I was like, he's been around, like, obviously not as long as OG Spider-Man, but like, they didn't just make up this concept for the sake of the movie, you know. So
yes,
yeah. Okay.
Miles is not a new character.
Yeah.
So, and from like, he's a great Spider-Man. I like Miles. I like Miles a lot.
Yeah.
So.
That's one series I haven't played yet at all is Spider-Man.
I mean, I did have that TMNT promotional clip that I thought was actually really good and nice and genuine. That like hypes it up pretty well. I heard that Seth Rogen's making a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, and I'm like, interesting. And I saw the trailer, and I'm like, this looks good. This looks way better than anything Michael Bay did.
Looked it up, 2011. Yeah, you were close, Apple. Yeah. Either way, like, he's been around for more than a decade. Yes. Let me pull up that real quick, because I still have it pulled up, but let me like share it and all of that. There's that. Minimize and switcheroo. Let's see, can I do full screen? I don't think I can. No, I can't. Okay, fine.
As a Ninja Turtles fan. We're bringing to life these characters for a new generation, and the cast is really funny.
It's nice, right?
Brady Noon is Raphael.
I dream about fighting every night.
We got Micah Abbey as Donatello.
You're fine, chill.
Nicholas Cantu is Leonardo.
We're really sorry, Splinter. Some of the guys wanted to get pizza, and I tried to talk them out of it.
I like the art style.
Jamon Brown Jr. is Michelangelo.
Why did we pick a fruit shaped exactly like my head?
Would record the kids at once. The personalities of the characters came from the chemistry they had with each other.
Who ratted us out?
Hey, don't use that word that way.
I mean, it's 2023.
Sorry, Dad.
I mean, it's 2023.
Jackie Chan is Splinter. He's incredible.
Anytime you need more, call me.
Jackie Chan?
Yeah!
This is insane. Turtle mutant karate team.
I'm excited to lean into the mutant element of it.
We had the designs and then wrote the personalities of the characters to who's cast.
6 in the morning, police at my door.
Ice Cube is Superfly.
Oh my god.
Me and John Cena are Bebop and Rocksteady. What you looking at, bro? What you looking at? Mondo Gecko is played by Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd?
Post Malone is
What a
Ray
cast!
Rose Byrne plays Leatherhead. Giancarlo Esposito plays Baxter Stockman. Natasha Demetrio plays Wingnut. Hannibal Buress plays Genghis Frog. Maya Rudolph. Cynthia Utram. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a comedic action movie with heart.
Do you think there are people who will accept us?
No, absolutely not. Genuinely, no.
Huh. Oops.
It looks, man, that's like the second kind of like it's really getting to see it and seeing more of the cast and all that. Just, it looks really good.
It does. I didn't realize that was the cast.
Yeah.
It's the day before my birthday. Oh, another August birthday. Looky there.
Oh yeah.
Jackie Chan filled his time on set by beating up the kids.
Oh god, it's just training them, and then just if you're going to be the Ninja Turtles, you must become them.
Yeah. he really hasn't done a whole lot recently, I don't think.
Yeah, I feel like he's probably out for the most part in terms of
I think
entertainment industry. And
I think the last film that he did was The Foreigner, right? Jackie Chan, which I enjoyed, but Jackie Chan's definitely an actor that my dad and I like. That's a bonding actor, I guess. We can go and watch his films, or we did. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, he's pushing 70. Yep, he's 69. Yep. He just turned 69, it looks like.
I'm sure he's shifted his focuses and tackling other things in life.
Yeah.
And kind of coming back to it as like requested or favors or things like that. Like this, for example.
It looks like he's doing more like voice acting because he was in Wish Dragon in 21. Yeah. Come on.
But I agree with you. I like the art style. I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
They sound like teenagers.
They're
actually Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They are, yeah. What a concept.
It's so wide. It's like I heard everyone was like, everyone like lost their shit and like highly praised like it was either like Tom Holland or the Russo brothers when they're like, yeah, wait, why has no one given Peter Parker a New York accent? Like, wait, yeah, that seems, holy shit, that seems like what a no-brainer. And like this one seems like what a no-brainer. Like, goddamn.
Yeah. Like, what? You're actually gonna have teenagers play teenagers and not like 20-something-year-olds playing teenagers?
Because even from like the old 90s movies, they like it doesn't have that same level of like teenage vibe. It had like radical. It has had like the totally tubular 90s kind of feel to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I mean the 90s cinema, if you will, has like a special heart or a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the CGI and everything else that came with the 90s.
Yeah, and I completely skip over any of the Michael Bay stuff. It just looked bad.
Yeah, I think I may have watched it, but it was not memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Looked
Apple, you are definitely approximate as hell today. Yeah, 69, yep. He has a secret apartment where he stores motorcycles?
That's badass.
Wow. I love that John Cena is a part of the project too. It's so random.
Yeah, you got a lot of like that. John Cena, Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan.
I love Paul Rudd.
Yep. The cast list is crazy. And it's even better if they're like if you have that huge cast list and that's a supporting cast list like for those guys like those like new talents and actors and things like that. Like that's also really cool.
Yep. Man,
that had to be like just awesome for them.
And then I guess if it's a Paramount Pictures, then it's gonna come out on Paramount Plus or whatever. Okay. John Travolta as Mickey, Alan Alda as Don, Einstein as Ralph, and Caesar as Leo. Wait, what?
I don't know anything you just said.
I know. I have no idea what Apple's talking about.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Right. Wait, Apple, is Ren with you? Or is that later? Is that happening later? For the voices. Who needs kids to play the voices? No! I like that they're actually matching teenage energy with teenage energy.
Yeah. Didn't think I needed that in my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, but now that it's here, I'm like, holy shit!
Right.
This is a very like smart direction, and I'm glad they went with it.
Yes.
Props to Seth Rogen. Don't always say that, but you know what? He gets it this time.
He does. And I would like. What's funny is I totally forgot he was in Donnie Darko until we watched it last weekend, and he is such a young individual in that movie. But it also came out in 2001. So.
Oh, that was like 5 years ago.
Try again.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me like this.
Surprise!
And then it just turns to
2
zombie.
decades just smack you in the face. This is when I need like a. We need to figure out how to get like your model set up on my stream, and that way like there can be a throwing redeem and it's throwing at you.
Oh, no. You'd have to have my tits.
Aw. Okay, maybe
Which
not.
I don't think that's going to function that way.
No, it's not.
No, I don't think that could happen.
No.
It'd have to be a thing where like it'd have to be redeemed on my stream.
Yeah, that sounds complicated. Maybe not.
Because even if someone's not on, wait.
Can I not set up something on my side? I feel like there's a way around this. It's fine. We'll investigate later. Or I'll investigate later, because I feel like you don't want to do this.
No, I'm for it. It's a problem. I'm trying to problem solve it because I know enough of like the intricacies. I'll explain the nuts and bolts to you.
Okay.
Later.
That's fine.
That's
Definitely
some
not
under the
a have
hood
to.
stuff.